What's going on, world? Brand new episode of Open the Boxes there on your screen. I'm your host, George Kiel, and I'm here in Atlantic City, New Jersey with Dante, the owner of Ocean One. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, so tell me, Ocean One, Atlantic City's sneaker shop. Tell me how this started here in Atlantic City.
You know, I'm a native and I have absolutely loved sneaker collecting and the culture for a while, and I was doing it on my own for a bunch of years, and an opportunity presented itself through some people that I have connections with to open up a retail space / like art gallery, and I took the chance and was all for it just because I want to spread the culture and the love of what I love so much to other people that may have those interests.
Where is this actual boutique at? This is very unique. I've never seen anything like this.
We are actually inside of a parking garage. Right when you get off the expressway, the Atlantic City Expressway, there's a big parking garage. They made like a little strip of changing art galleries and retail spaces where there's all separate little studios, but you know, it works for us.
Tell me about the culture of Atlantic City. I know you grew up here, you and Miko. How do you guys cater to Atlantic City?
Basically, the culture here, I mean, everybody loves sneakers and getting fresh and being fresh, you know what I mean? And we just try to curate what we think is dope, and also, you know, following a little bit of trends and what's popular and stuff like that. Everybody in the world wants the Yeezys, and you know, every now and then we get the foams and dunks, and of course the Nike Air a lot of people want now. Also, you can't forget like the off-whites and stuff like that. But there still is that solid people that appreciate the Jordans, like the retros and stuff, and you know, some of the older stuff.
Right. Now, give me the significance behind the name, Ocean One.
Ocean One, we just straight bit off of an old mall that used to be on the pier. They had like one of the biggest arcades that I can ever remember and a bunch of cool stuff. We said that Ocean One was the choice for the sneakers meshed with like the art world. You know, we were gonna operate what we use as our LLC, which is Soul Official. We just felt that that was too much directly sneakers, and like there's more going on here than just that. So we chose Ocean One to just kind of pay homage to the Atlantic City roots.
Art-wise, what are some of the things that make this store what it is?
Basically with us is everything was pieced together by hand, like our store design. Like we had all raw, repurposed pallets, like wood that makes up the shelving, the trim, this piece right here where people try on shoes. This we had freighted in from Canada, and it's from an old log cabin. It was like part of like the roof. So, you know, we were just into the whole experience of making a clean design, and we wanted the store itself to feel like a work of art.
Give me 5 shoes that resemble art. They could be in the history of sneaker releases, just 5 shoes that resemble art to you.
I would have to go with the Jordan 1. I've always really liked that silhouette. I was a dunk guy starting, and I kind of liked the ones before they were cool, so that's like art for me. Another one off the top I'd have to go with is the Paris SBs. They're iconic as it is. I absolutely love the Nike Air Max 180. That's my favorite shoe of all time. Little Hypebeasty, but I do like how Kanye created a whole new silhouette with the 350. I thought that was pretty dope. I wasn't really feeling the 700, but the 350, I was like, all right, I can dig this. And Vans, man, like Vans are definitely just a clean, like silhouette you can throw on with anything. So I gotta throw them in there.
I'm seeing a lot of Jordans, seeing a lot of Nikes, but I know you guys have other brands in here. So let's kind of run through some of the brands that you have that just make up Ocean One.
Yeah, I mean, Supreme, Bape, Antisocial Club, and obviously, I mean, it's all Hypebeast stuff, but it's kind of like what the streets demand and like what's cool right now. And the main thing why we chose to go so heavy on things like that is because you can't get it anywhere else around here. We got like a small little section in the beginning of the Bathing Ape. Then towards the back, we have like miscellaneous stuff like Kith, and every now and then we'll get in some high fashion pieces. You know, whatever people decide to bring in, you know, we buy, sell, trade here. So if we think it works, we'll get it. And we also have Palace, which is another skateboarding brand. And then over here, this whole rack is Antisocial because that's just what people wanted. So we responded to the requests we're getting in the DMs and try to keep everybody happy for sure.
You brought some gems for us, man. Some gems from the personal collection.
It is mine, but a couple other solid homies reached out and helped me, you know, curate some history for you guys. And just the quick breakdown is obviously the first one is the Air Aries, the menthols. I knew somebody that still had them in the stash, and I was like, yeah, we need to get them out here for sure. And I mean, it's just the spoof of Nike and Newport, and just made like a pretty cool shoe. And you know, I really like when they put the extra details and the whole packaging and all that. The next two ones are, we got like the Red Octobers and the Patchwork Jaspers. This is like a little bit of Hypebeasty and stuff that kind of changed the game a little bit. I mean, when he first did that, you know, that was one of his first real collabs that got some buzz. And then these are the whole story about how Nike did the shock drop, and when they were kind of cutting ties with them. These are like dear to my heart. Like, I absolutely love this shoe. It's the Amsterdam Air Max 1s. I never thought that I would ever even see these in person, let alone own them. And then we also got like the What the Dunks. The best thing with those is it's the way to condense all like some of the dopest SBs into one single pair without having to go through every one, like the Pigeons and the Huffs and the Supremes and all that. This is one that you don't see too much, and that's why I threw it in here. This is a newer shoe. It came out this year, but it was the Adidas EQT and BVG collab. It was released only in Germany, and this shoe actually for the whole year gets you on their subway system for free. The ticket is this little thing on the tongue. To throw in some Jordan heat, you got the Lightning 4s, which I think, I'm not positive, but I think this was the first 4 where they did some really crazy color on it. I mean, obviously the OGs and stuff are dope too, but this one was just another one that I always, like growing up, I just always loved this. And then those, the Tokyo, you know, the Japan only, I don't know what it is, but I like yellow Jordans. And then these, everybody knows what these are, and they made such a stir. I mean, shout out to Sean for everything that he's doing, and I think it's just genius. It worked, and I love the colors. This right here is my favorite shoe of all time. This is what got me really started in appreciating the sneaker game. I love the silhouette, I love the color scheme, the premium materials. Like, if people aren't familiar with the Opiums, just the materials on that, they don't make them like that anymore. But the special thing, I have this, which in my years of collecting, I've only seen this one other time. I'm not positive, but I think it was the Family and Friends pack where they gave it to like the employees, and they're hand numbered. This one's 31 out of 49. So there's only 49 of these, and everything is dead stock with it. The little windbreaker in there, they got the bag, they got the Ralph Steadman Air Max 180 poster in there that they gave with it. Like, this is pretty cool. One of the things that makes Ocean One a little different than other stores is we also are a changing art exhibit. A dear friend and part of our store, Ocean One, Miko, has his black and white photography displayed all throughout. I'm gonna let Miko just tell you more about it because it's not my expertise and he loves it.
Dark Waters is my first solo exhibition. It's pretty much just all black and white photography taken in Atlantic City. I wanted to put it in black and white just to give it that like super timeless feel. This photo, for instance, this is super retro, but I took it 2017.
What were you going for here, and why this picture?
I used to play basketball too.
Oh, okay.
But too much of a free spirit, so I didn't do too well with like the coach and all the rules. I preferred like street ball. I just wanted to have something that was like almost like paying homage to my roots. Like growing up, I was really passionate about basketball. That picture almost kind of represents the whole Dark Waters theme. I use that on a lot of like my promos and that sort of thing.
I want to skip over here to this one because I know you were raised in Atlantic City, and I'm assuming some of these are Atlantic City from different vantage points.
This one is actually a paint shop, and it's been there, I want to say, probably over 50 years. This one is Venice Park. There's nothing really too symbolic about it. I guess it was just that like that tunnel vision. This one, I want to say, it may not be my best photo, but it's definitely one of my favorites. There was a Do AC meetup a couple years ago, and they invited photographers from Philadelphia, New York, and most of the people, they had like a huge following, and they invited me, and I was the only Atlantic City local that they invited. They took us all around Atlantic City, and then they ended it with us taking a helicopter trip. So I took this photo in a helicopter. It just made me feel like, almost like I made it in a sense.
Now, besides Dark Waters, you help out AC in another way. Your photography on the Instagram account is pretty amazing. It's simple and clean.
For the actual product, it's like, we want the eyes on the product. So it makes sense to keep it very simple background, because it's not busy, it's not clashing. It's like, this is what we have. Pretty much putting the focus on the actual product rather than trying to do something where it's like, oh, that's a cool background, it could be distracting. The product is what we want the focus to be on.
Dante, tell everyone where you can find Ocean One.
We are located at 2200 Fairmount Avenue in Atlantic City. We are inside the Arts parking garage. It's a big parking garage. You really can't miss it. We're open Wednesday to Sunday, 1 to 6 p.m. Our social media is at Ocean One AC on Instagram. You can DM us anything you see in store. We will ship to you.
Dante, thank you, man, for letting us come out and check you out. And I know that I cannot take these, right?
Yeah.